Welcome to the Meme Coin Mastermind by myself, Tyrell, the Crypto King. What I'm about to show you is not rocket science. My goal here is not to look smart, but to simply outline things that you're probably not doing yet, or actually inspire you to continue with whatever you're already doing. So, why listen to me? Over the past few months, I've grown my channels, the Crypto King, from 2,000 people to over 17,000 people. Some of my YouTube videos have got over 94,000 views in the last month. And in the last 3 weeks on Ton Chain, my challenges have had over 55,000 views, which is very uncommon for Ton as a whole. It's probably the most viewed video actually on just Ton itself. Not only that, but we as a community over the past 18 or 19 days have created the two biggest meme coins on Ton, with Tonkat amassing over a 7,000% return from when we did the CTO, and also Ton Season amassing again over a 7,000% return at all-time high between two projects. Both of these projects being top 3 trending across the whole of Dex Screener, above Redo and above any other Ton coin, bar not coin. And I'm sure we'll flip that soon too. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you about the infinite money glitch. Unfortunately, it won't last forever. Opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you're probably going to miss them. One of my favorite quotes, like we were speaking about this earlier in the community calls, preparation means opportunity. That's what it's about. And the key word is obviously preparation. But the thing with opportunities is they don't last forever, right? This opportunity, the crypto market, we already know it doesn't last forever. So you have to, grasp it and take advantage of it while you can. Now, quickly, while I'm running through this, I'm going to check the chat and just make sure that you guys can all hear me before we move on. So just again, one in the chat if you can hear me. So I know how I've done a lot of YouTube videos before where I've ran through a whole thing and no one can hear me. Right, we're good, we're Gucci. We're Gucci. Right. So let's continue. Let's move this up here. Now we've all heard the horror stories, right? I faded Brett. I sold my Dogecoin early. I could have made it if I just... Well, listen, if you're watching this video, if you're here right now, that won't be you this time. So in this video, there's some house rules. If you learn or reminded of something which you already know, you've achieved it, right? You've achieved something from the time that you've invested into this video. If you have a question, comment it or use the Q&A section and I'll ask it at the end. Honestly, if you want me to sit down and run through something or run back through something, you have my time right now. So at the end of this video, if you ask a question, I will answer it. And if you struggle to grasp it or you struggle to grasp something, at the end of this call, you'll receive the recording. Just watch it again. Honestly, just watch it again, 2x speed, that specific clip, and just digest it. So let's get into today's masterclass. You currently have early access. I'll probably release this on YouTube or something later, but you guys have the advantage. And I'm going to be making sure that every single person who holds a significant amount of TCAP, this 250K mark, will always get priority early access into the different things and creative things that we're doing here. The general topics we're going to discuss, should I say, is for developers specifically, which is all these people who want to create meme coins. Maybe you'll create meme coins yourself or you want to, or anything like that. I'm going to show you how to create a true community. I'm also going to show you how to grow your holders organically. And for savvy investors, I'm going to show you about investing mindset and how to create unlimited cash flow, especially, a few things which I've been looking at myself more recently too. Now, this goes for anybody. I always want to say I want to promote more PPP projects. What does that mean? I'm going to promote your project, and you're going to be like, "Well, Tyrell, I've seen this video, and you said your PPP, so I made a coin, and now I'm relying on you." No, but if this inspires you to do something and to create and grow your own communities and educate other people, then full force, go ahead with it. There's other methods as well. You don't have to create meme coins. You can create other things. And I'm going to show you that towards the end of this video. There is something for everybody in this video, okay? Now, for developers, what I call this is the digital lottery ticket, right? Most people, the average person, buys a lottery ticket, crosses their fingers, and prays that they're going to get rich. Yeah, I used to remember working on a building site, and about 8 of the people I used to work with would always get one lottery ticket. They get this scratch card and win 25 quid, and they'd be gassed, right? The rich, not realizing that they've spent a few £100s on these lottery tickets anyway, right? Today, we have a new wave of lottery tickets where you can scratch away, right, while scratching your balls and looking at 5 other screens. And degeneracy, you're probably going to make money, right? There's probably got more odds in this era than in this, statistically, right? And lottery is a business, right? They've generated over $113 billion in 2023. So you can probably see why meme coins make a lot of money. If there's $113 billion flooding into the US alone, never mind like the whole entire world lottery, which would probably be crazy. But you can do that at the end of your fingertips. You can see why. And overall, Pump.Fun, which is the biggest launch pad, it's for you guys that come from Ton, it's the gas pump of Solana. They generated over $28 million in Solana, right? Which is absolutely ridiculous, right? Since they launched in January, which is only a few months. And you've seen, Davido put a coin on there, Mother coin, you've seen Jenna coin, I think even Daddy coin. You've seen all these different coins launch on there, right? And they generate a fee from that and make millions and millions of dollars. Now you can even see the total revenue right now is going parabolic. Now I would say like you can see Moonshot there. Gas Pump, the one where we launched, is even smaller than Moonshot, which is like right down in the corner. So you can even see the potential growth for Gas Pump in itself. Now it costs less than $5 to make a meme. And ever since Michi launched, which is like a few months ago, that similar era over here, I think it was I think Michi launched in like May. So as it was still growing. And then you see it went to over $120 million FDV. Now, since then, there has been over 34 million new memes created, which has basically made Pump.Fun, which used to be a money glitch, into the equivalent of crossing your fingers and hoping to get rich. There used to be a strategic advantage to going on Pump.Fun, aping into everything. You're going to make money. But now the odds are getting even. That's kind of how like these online money glitches work. They work out for so long and then they balance out. I think they call it like a price equilibrium. So it's like the opportunity, because so many people are in now, is equal to how it actually should be, which is like the lottery. It's like a lottery ticket at the end of the day. Now, we do need more memes created, right? We do need more memes in the ecosystem because you can actually make money. For example, this person, made over 385x profit on Daddy Coin. And it says here, unknown trader earned 266 grand on the Daddy meme token, increasing his deposit 385 times in 3 days. So in 3 days, he made over 300x. It sounds like he invested into, one of our tokens. Now it says here, the user purchased 3.7 million Daddy tokens for just 4.5 Solana. Ridiculous, right? And you can see here, like he sold early. He sold the token way early. He could have even made even more, right? And that's the thing. In crypto, the opportunities are everywhere. And I don't think they're going to stop for a long time. So we do need more memes, right? So how is it and how do you make a meme coin that goes into the billions? I call this the four pillars of a true community. We launched TSC, Fear on Gas Pump, and CTO'd Tonka with a 50 plus member community working full time. So, in my opinion, whichever route you're going to go, especially if you're going to decide to create memes, you need to have a tight knit group of people that are actually going to commit themselves to something. You can't go with like half-assed people. It's not going to work. That's why you can't rush it. A lot of times when you get an idea, you want to rush it. You want to like jump straight into it and be like, okay, you can do this. I know you're good at this. You can do that. And you throw people into these positions where they'll crumble because they're not actually truly committed to the vision. And even with us, like even though we had 50 truly committed people, we probably only got like 20, but those 20 people are like Spartans now. They're ready to go. And that's what's driving Tonka and TSC. Another thing, obviously, fair launch as well. Many of you guys watching this in today's call, you might not know what a fair launch is. You might think that every project is fair, but most projects ain't. Most projects snipe the launch. They own the majority of the supply. They send influencers tokens early on quote unquote vested contracts, which means that people get paid to shill it and talk about it, but that inflates the supply and they dump on you. And a lot of VCs, that's what they think is the right thing to do for a meme, but it's not. Because we'll get into it later, it actually affects how you build a true community. You can't build a true community on poor foundations. So it's better to launch, on a fair launch platform like Gas Pump and go through the multiple 50 to 80% pullbacks than it is to launch straight away and launch with a snipe launch and stuff like that and just have poor foundations. The next thing is daily calls, right? Daily calls. If you're looking outside our community, that's what you'll see. If you look inside Tomcat TSC, we're leading the way in terms of a community run foundation. And we're not like just having quote unquote community managers just hop in there, put the voice chat on and just talk shit off a script. We're actually in there every single day. I'm in there myself. I'm in there whether I'm in shisha bar, whether I'm in the gym, whether I'm just at home chilling. I'm always active, in and out the calls, in and out the calls, because that's what builds a community. It compounds over time. Docs wallets, I dox my wallet. I show guys, look, I got 2 mil sat there. I don't care. I can't move it. That's it. I literally could have just cashed out the mill. Boom. Wreck the project. Oh my God, guys, I don't know what happened. That's what most people do. CTO, dev sold, right? CTO. That's what most projects do. But there's no point, right? Doing that stuff doesn't last long. And doing good things over time compounds better. It might take slower, but it compounds better. And this will inspire you. If you want to make a project, dox your wallet and start and just go with it. Next, a whale group. All the whales in our community, we have a call with them. We set up we give them advantages like this. For example, you're quote unquote a whale. You hold like $5,000 worth of the token. That's a whale, right? And you're basically a shareholder of this company. So you deserve to be educated around new things. And finally, obviously, merchandise is one of the next things that we're working on. Obviously, we have PPP over PVP focus. Now, if you just want to have fun and make a fun meme and call it like, I know Jazzy's here, like drum and bass coin, then just do that. Not everything has to be PPP. I've noticed a lot of people try to capture that narrative, but they actually end up hooking them into something which they didn't realize is actually going to a PPP is a lifelong thing. Once you jump in it, that's it. You have to just stay with it. So sometimes you can have fun with a PvP meme. You can call it like Joe Budden. You can call it like teacup or ton cup, whatever. And it can just be for fun, banter. Look at Billy. Billy is like a multi-million-dollar market cap. It has nothing to do with PPP. Right? Both memes can make it. It's important that you define your path. Me personally, I think that having a PPP focus is the best, and that's what I advocate for. And that's what we're working on educating people for as well. And the final thing is innovating on chain. And there's another thing which I'm going to show you in this masterclass too. It's how to innovate on chain. What we're building at the moment is Telegram bots. And it's also something which I'm going to show you guys how you can build as well. It's not super complicated, but it's something which you guys can do. As I mentioned earlier, right? Holders are shareholders, and a lot of people don't get this. Right now, what is a shareholder? A shareholder is a person, company, or institution that owns at least one share of a company's stock. So if you own $1, not even that, less than a dollar, I think it's like 0.007 of Tonkat TSC, you're a shareholder of this company. Right? Most people don't look at that. They just call people G's. They actually disrespect their own holders. Now, yes, some people are idiots, right? But in the same breath, they hold an edge in your company. If they go and sell, that's going to affect the market, right? You can't control all of the buys and sells, but you can at least do your best to make sure that the majority of people who hold your token, your majority of your shareholders, have a vested interest and understanding of what your goals are as a company. And that's where a lot of meme coin people fall off. Next, network effect, right? Now, network effect is what all memes run upon. Now, this is the idea of an increased number of users improves the value of a goods or service. So that basically means the more users, the more value. The more holders, the more value. We have 4,000, if over 4,000 now, I think it's like 4,400 real holders in TCAP. That's real people. You can see that because there's 4,000 holders and there's like 3,800 people in the Telegram, right? It's not like 100,000 random fake people in the Telegram and 3,000 holders or 45,000 holders in a thing and like 1,000 people in the Telegram. No, it's basically both the same, and that's because it's organic. And this gives us the edge in network effect. It means every single time we do these master classes, these daily calls, the content, we're going to spread like a hive mind and grow network effect. And that's how meme coins grow. If you look at Dogecoin, that's the same way that Dogecoin grew, right? They airdrop loads of people tokens. You can mine it for free on your laptop. So everybody went, okay, I can make money on my laptop. Let's go. Right? And then boom, network effect. Right? And that's what Elon Musk talks about a lot. So when you have a meme coin, you have to remember these two things. My holders are my shareholders, and I'm growing in terms of network effect. Now, how to start, right? Practically, how do you start? Well, number one, define your objective. Am I a meme coin? Am I a utility coin? Is this a short-term fun thing? Is this a long-term? Right? Any of them is okay because they can all make money. Step two, break down your goals into milestones and list out some of your competitors. What other meme coins have done well on quote unquote gas pump, for example? Okay, these ones are funny. They've done well. They reached the DDoS and what did their Telegram do? You know, Hoppers had their Telegram. What were they doing on Twitter? Most importantly, not what they're doing on Twitter now, but what was they doing on Twitter when they first launched it? Right? Next, milestones. Okay, when I reach gas pump, I'm going to do this. You know, when I launch, these are the first 3 posts I'm going to do. When I'm inside of my community, this is how I'm going to get my community going. This is how these guys do. Okay, when I reach $1 million market cap, this is what I'm going to do. Step three, with a fair launch, you have more real holders, right? And that equals faster network effect because you have real people who will go in over telegrams and speak about your product, right? And if it's a good product and you stick around, snowballs, network effect. Now, to practically do these things, these 3 things, you need to have community calls, regular updates, whale groups, incentivize people for holding, and empower the community to produce their own content. Because if they create memes, the memes get views, it's going to grow. But if they're just like willy-nilly it, they don't really care about it, then it's not going to work. And over time, if you stick around, you're going to grow way, way, way stronger than if you just like, if it's just shill, shill, shill. Now, what I call this, another thing, is building a cult-like mindset. Now, this means, right, you have the visible things at the top, which I know some of these things are like different, like office environment, you call that like a Telegram environment, no location. I mean, again, benefits to join the group. You know, dress code. You guys already know we have Ghost, right? Ghost protocol. And the invisible things is what goes on. People don't realize these things, which happen behind the scenes with the memes, right? We're mission and driven. We have a purpose. We lay out authority. We have a very clear narrative. There's order on there. There's trust. We have core values, there's work ethic, right? It's an enjoyable space. We don't force people to be here, right? All of these things, we even have like inside of Ghost, we have mission and vision statements that we go through every single time, and it's there before we hop on calls. These are all the things which people don't see, which we're working on our meme. And we had this from the beginning. And that's why it's performed so well. Now, if you look at some of the biggest memes out there, you'll see Dogecoin at 17 billion, SHIB at 10 billion, Pepe at 4 billion, Dog with Hat at 2.4, Bonk at 1.8, Floki at 1.7 billion, and Brett at 1.2 billion. It's funny how Brett is making Brett bot now, right? Yeah. You know Tomcat's going to 1 billion. Now, these memes are effectively companies, right? Snapchat is 23 billion. Snapchat, guys, 23 billion. Now, I know not a lot of people use Snapchat, right? But it's still valued at $23 billion. Dogecoin is almost the same size as Snapchat, guys. These memes are companies in their own right. Their market caps will flip some of the biggest companies out there, right? Brett's probably going to go to 40 billion, right? Again, which is still a 40x from here. And that'll be bigger than Snapchat, bigger than national banks, right? Now, to end off one of these sections, I want to leave you with a quote, right? If you decide to go down this meme coin path, make your own memes, that great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people, and that was by Steve Jobs. And if you want to do this, you must lead by example, right? See, I'm not the only person to dox my wallet. If you don't know, somebody else did this before with Brett, somebody called Crash. He invested $15,000 into Brett, doxed his wallet, right, and documented his journey over to a few million. It's currently sat at $5.2 million. This is my example of a PvP meme coin, right? There's your meme coin, it's the blue circle. As you grow, and let's say you reach DDoS, these are your holders, right? Eventually, those holders take profit and start fighting against each other. Now you're left right back where you began. It's just you, the meme coin, one holder, the dev. Complaining about why everything doesn't work, complaining about all the cheats, complaining why your meme didn't make it. So you go ahead and make another meme and you go through the same cycle again. And this is you, holders, they all sell, as you back to square one again, right? Now this is a PPP meme, right? This is you, PPP. These are your holders. People will still sell, right? People, it's not going to change. People are always going to take profit. But you see, this time around, not everybody has decided to take profit. Some people actually believe in you, or they just don't really care. And they're like, all right, well, I'll stick around, see what happens. You know, if you stick around, I'll stick around. But they're kind of being like, okay, you know, let's see. And then eventually, the people that sell are replaced, right? And new people come in and say, okay, no, this guy's still here. And so are these other guys, they're still here too. You know, so what's all this about? And then more people come and it multiplies, right? And even though some of those people might sell, even the early people that were in, they might sell as more people get in. You know, people have their targets and their numbers, that's fine, right? But the main thing is it multiplies, right? And I call this like, it's the builder's paradox, right? Because every builder, you spend your life trying to figure things out, especially in business. You spend your life trying to figure out, like, how do I make money, right? How do I make money in business? How do I make money at this? How do I make money at that? You know, how do I build something great? Until you finally realize that if you just didn't quit on the project, then you could never fail. And yes, I quoted this myself from the Crypto King. Because that's what I figured out a long time ago, right? I was trying different businesses and I kept failing and failing and failing, and then quitting and starting new, completely different businesses, not realizing Like the truth was, I was just quitting early. Like you're always gonna hit them failures. And it's the same thing in a meme coin, right? When you start a meme, you're always gonna have this. This is always gonna happen. But if you can't convince people to stick around, it's never gonna compound and grow, right? Any business that you start, especially when I put you on some of these money making moves, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna fail initially, and that's fine. You just have to stick around and continue with the same thing, or make minor changes, but stick in the same industry where you can use your skills. In fact, even when you start this business, start something with similar skills that you already have, and it's going to cut down the learning curve. So let's get on to what most of you guys in the Q&A section are looking for, and that is the investing masterclass. Now, when you invest, I remind you that you are a scientist. You're testing things. Keyword testing. And when you test things, you devise strategies, try different things. You're going to fail. You're going to lose money. Accept that. I know a lot of times we're taught and we're scared to lose money, and we're like, okay, well, I'm worried. What about if I lose? It's fine. You're going to lose. Accept it. It's like when you do martial arts. Sometimes you're going to lose in the gym. That's fine, right? But if you stick around, eventually you get calluses, right? And you grow. This is the this analogy pretty much sums it up. New crypto investors, they start and instantly get slapped in the face. Experienced investors, they start, they dodge bullets, and eventually still get slapped in the face. Right? Save this one for yourself to remind yourself. The difference is, and what's going to get you like at least to the final step before you get slapped in the face, because we all do by the market eventually, because Bitcoin will always go down. We'll always eventually lose a bit of money, but hopefully we'll be 10 times more, is conviction. Now, I asked ChatGPT, I said, look, define conviction for me, right, in crypto. And it said this. In cryptocurrency investing, conviction refers to an investor's strong belief in a long-term value and potential of a specific keyword, a specific cryptocurrency or project. This conviction is based through keyword research and a willingness to hold through market volatility. If you cannot have belief on a specific coin or project through your own research and have a willingness to actually hold the bag through volatility, you're going to be step one. But if you can, you'll be step two, you'll make a bit of money, and then we'll all get rugged by the market together. But I can promise you, by the time you get rugged by the whole entire crypto market, you're going to have 100 times more money than you came in with. But if you just jump around the market doing whatever, you're going to get wrecked from the beginning. And you're never going to have the ability to, make millions and then lose millions and be left with like, a million. Right? You're just going to be the guy at the beginning still trying to turn one Solana into two Solana. Now, these are the three pillars of conviction. So you're going to ask, okay, I understand conviction, but how do I build conviction? This is how. Team, technology, use case. It's only three things you need to remember. Team, technology, use case. Team, technology, use case, right? Team. These things increase. They don't all have to be ticked. But the more you can tick, the better the project is. Team, are they doxed? Do they have experience, clear track record, and the willingness to continue on the downturns? I'll give you an example. If I look at Swissborg, for example, Swissborg, team, I know the team. Experience, they've got experience in the same industry, banking, whatever. Clear track record. Willingness to continue after market volatility. It's been a whole bear market. The guy's still making videos. Tick. Technology, right? The chain. What chain are they on? Are they a new chain? Are they L1? Are they L2? Are they on top of Ethereum? Whatever. Developers. Do they have a good team of developers that are doing stuff? Bots and utility. Are they building something? Circular economy is an interesting one, right? So this is like paid network. If you look at paid network, prepaid network have a circular economy. The money that they make go back into their token. If you look at Tonkat TSC, same thing, right? The money that we make from our bots and utility go back into the token and go back into the economy. Use cases. Now, does this even solve a specific problem that actually needs to be changed? If you invest into a company, bro, and they're making something that actually doesn't do nothing, they're saying, I'm going to change the world. And you're like, okay, great, but this problem actually doesn't need to be solved. That's the biggest red flag you can ever have because they're just raising money for no reason. Now, these are easy tools to use, right? These are the tools you want to use. So number one is DeFi Llama. Number two is Ton Stats. Number three is June. Number four is TradingView. And number five is Gas Pump. Now I'm going to hop onto another screen here, guys. So just give me a one if you can see these other screens in the chat. Yes, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So let's get started off with DeFi Llama. Now, DeFi Llama is it's a data platform, right? One of my cousins just graduated maths, and I was like, right, let me see if I can get him a job. And then I deeped it. I was like, you know what? It's tough right now because all these data platforms already have all the data to need. And if you can just read the basics, you can operate like a hedge fund, right? DeFi Llama has all the data from all the chains. Now, because we're in crypto, all the transactions, everything that happens is all open. But like, let's say if we look at like ton, ton, ton scan, for example, this is confusing. Like when you load up ton scan, it's like, I don't understand, right? But when you look at DeFi Llama, it gives you graphs and stuff, easy things to use. Okay. So you can look at things and be like, okay, let me have a look at Ethereum. Okay. And I can see where Ethereum is in terms of on-chain, where it was last cycle. Now I can tell you one thing, guys. Every cycle gets bigger than the last cycle. So if we ain't up here, we ain't in a bear market, right? Only time you should be worried about us getting close to a bear market is when we've surpassed up here, because we're gonna have to come down. So if we're on the way up, trend is your friend. We're in a bull run. So people say, "Oh yeah, I'm waiting on a bull run." We've been in a bull run since here. That's what right down here. This is when you should be putting all your money that you've ever made in your entire life savings in here, 2024. Because why not? Right? Why not? And you would see that your portfolio will be going up multiple times, right? If you was all in from down here, what was it? October 2023. If you was all in, you was like, okay, right, we're ticking up, bottoms in. If you're all in on-chain data, okay, I can see that, the TVL is growing, everything, the money's coming in. I'm in. Boom, you're making money, right? No point to even start getting worried yet, right? Because you can see on the way up here, we're basically the equivalent of down here. Look at 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. So we're going to go above that, right? And then you can go over here and you can see things like, if you really want to get deep down the rabbit hole, the matrix, you can see like eigenlayer, RV, you can do RV looping loans, loads of different things, right? But in today's session, we're not going to discuss that. The next thing you can do is you can look at other chains, right? I know I've said this a lot on my YouTube channel, but you can compare chains, right? If you go over to here, compare, you can go over to, let's say, Solana and Base, which is Base chain. This is Coinbase's chain, and Ton chain, right? And you can see the three horsemen of right now, right? Solana, Base, Ton. And you can see this is a race to the top now, guys. You can look at the TVL and compare and go, okay, Ton, 780, this has increased, right? So we're still going up. Price has actually stayed the same. So the TVL has increased because last time we checked, It was actually 600 million. Now it's actually 700 million. So $100 million that came in. We set the same price. Again, more opportunity, base, Solana, right? Same thing when NFTs start popping. You can come over here and you can look at NFTs and earnings on NFTs. NFTs will be another narrative, airdrops, etc. Next, one thing I like to use for Chain is Ton Stats. So we already know, right? 900 million users. That's the main thing you need to know. But here you can see another 1 million active wallets have been created since we last spoke, even on my YouTube channel. You can go to all here. And again, you can see trend is your friend. We're going absolutely parabolic on chain for active wallets created. Daily active wallets is still increasing, right? And active wallets monthly again is increasing. It's like pullback here, but still increasing. Right? You can go look at the daily DEX trading volume. Right? You can see DDoS has actually recently flipped Stonefire, which is massive. That's very, very recent. Right? And these things will, over time, release opportunities to you. Like in the market, you'll see opportunities. You see opportunities. Like the more you spend, like if you literally bookmark all of these and then once a week just run through them, the data will start to show you opportunities, right? Same thing for June. June's where I got that data from about pumped up fund, right? Pumped up fund is showing you opportunities. Trading view. One of the things about trading view, and instead of running through it, I'll just put you on my free course because this is what you need. So go over here to save you time. If you literally just go to my course here, click this link here, scroll down and just save these. Like if you need to save these trading views, charts, let me find them. ICOs, private sales, market outlook. Let's find it. Because I have markets. Here we go. Here, so it's underneath market cycles explained, right? Click this here, save this. This is super duper important. Like if there's one, this is going to save you a lot of money, in short, right? And I got this. I'll tell you who I got this from. I got this from this guy. Where is he? This guy. If you don't know who this guy is, watch this podcast. His name's Didi Tahuti. In 2015, he sold everything for Bitcoin, been living off of Bitcoin since. And he's not one of those guys, oh, I've been in Bitcoin since 2013. No, this guy's made millions, kept the millions, making more millions. M's on M's on M's on M's. Right? He had like 8 million Dogecoin that he's mined and kept it locked away. Legendary shit. He told me, look, man, just follow the cycle. Stop trying to overthink things. It's written in the code. This thing is coded. Follow the code. Don't follow what other people say. Follow this. And now, if you look at it, it's played perfectly. Altcoin season, altcoins rally this time. Right? Take profits, DCA back in, DCA back in. Right? Buy mid-cap coins over here. What did I say here? Right? Let's look at the dates. March, May, June. So, okay, I made a YouTube video. Let's go back. Back. I said, hey guys, 7 months ago, these are your market cycles. Okay, these are your market cycles you need to follow. Right? Release the video. I have another one. 100K portfolio. Where's that? Here, 8 months ago. Here's how to build a portfolio for 25 for 20x gains by 2025. Go have a look at it. Go have a look at it. Yeah. Click this, right? Click this. Bull market plan. On the right hand side, it's going to give you a list of coins to save. See Solana here. What was Solana's price 8 months ago? Very, very cheap. See if it loads. Gonna be too slow for the webinar. But go have a look at it. Right? Go have a look at it. Oh, here it is. We've got Polkadot, Elrond, Atom, Near Protocol, Cardano, Neo, Hex, Phantom, Algorand, Algorand put Cardano twice, Quant, AVAX, Matic, Binance Coin, right? Let's have a look at them. Binance Coin, you can see what's down here 8 months ago. I said 4 to 6x, right? Halfway there already. Cycle's not even finished, right? AVAX, where was we? Down here or something. 2024, whatever. Let's just do here to here. Or was actually down here. Here to here. 5.7x. That's 5 to 7x on your money before the market's even started, guys. You put 20 grand in here, you got 100 grand, whatever. Let's say you even just take out your 10 grand, whatever. You're ahead. You're ahead of the market. While everyone else is still trying to figure out, are we in a bear market, bull market, whatever, right? But that shit's all easy. What's hard is cashing out. And this is going to give you the right time to cash out too. Okay, so download it. Go back, find the thing, download it. Okay. Next. So once you understand market cycles, you understand all these things, you know it's the right time to go all in. You're looking at the on-chain data, you've got your data analytics to back up your decision, to gain conviction. It's time to gamble, right? Because you've got your portfolio, you've got your long-term bets, you know what you're doing. You need to understand how to use gas pump. Now, I'm not going to overcomplicate it, guys. When it comes to gas pump, remember 100x, if we're launching at $1,000, 100x is only 100K market cap. So if most of these projects are launching at, even 10K, that's still a 10x if you get in 10K, whatever. All I do is literally go through here, whatever is funny, I will buy it. I repeat, whatever is funny, I'll buy it, right? Or even if it's winning, I'll buy some. Let's go like this. Boom. Okay, the sticker pack comes in here. Once it's listed on gas pump, you'll see it here. If you want to trade it before it reaches on gas pump, because a lot of people ask me, okay, well, Taro, how do I sell? Very simple. You click back on the token, you click sell, you go to 100%. And when the tokens land, sometimes it takes a minute, but when the tokens land, you can sell it here or you can buy it here. This is where you buy and sell before the tokens have reached DDoS. Right? Same thing, sticker pack comes in here. There is no due diligence need sniper trump. Right? And I'm not risking more than, for me, 10 ton. For me, 10 ton. I'll just keep it like sub 10 ton and I'll just buy stuff. Let's go through Crypto Morpheus. That's a bit dusty. That's weird. Inside a team. Go on then. Right? And give it a few days. If your token hasn't listed on DDoS in more than 3 days, it's never going to list on DDoS. So just get rid of your scraps. Right? Get rid of your scraps. I'll buy more of this one because this is funny. Right? And that's it. For gas pump, don't overcomplicate it. If you've got change, Again, remember what we spoke about over here, right? Lottery tickets. Gas pump's tiny right now. Tiny, right? Ton chain is tiny right now, right? Ton's tiny. So gas, if gas is the pump fund of ton, right? And the bigger gas pump is doing like what 20 something million. I could tell you gas right now is only doing 1M daily volume. Pump fund is doing like 20 million. So the means that we're back at the original stage of where pump fund was when pump fund was just a money glitch. Gas pump right now is money glitch. If you was in ton season, boy, you're talking like a 7,000x. So you put 1 ton in, you've now got 7,000 ton. You could literally lose on this for weeks and still be in profit, maybe even years, and still be in profit, right? Next, so those are your research tools, right? Save your research tools. You know what you're doing with them. There's always going to be more tools, right? But if you can just master these, you're Gucci. You go on gas pump, every day, every week or whatever, you have a specific thing, you degen into a few things, you just forget about them. One of them's going to do a few 100x, boom, Gucci. Go back on there, get rid of your dust coins. You got some more gambles to play with. Trading view, you understand your market cycles, you understand your coins, you understand about your altcoins, your long-term plays, etc. You've got ton, you understand things. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you shit. You know what's going on. June, data-driven decisions, Tonstat, DeFi Llama, same thing. Now, basket your bets, right? Imagine you're a multi-millionaire, right? Well, are you going to be one? Is the thing, right? You're gonna be a millionaire, right? Every single person watching this, eventually you're gonna be a millionaire, whether that is right now, whether that's in like 20 years because of inflation. So spread your asset classes, right? Initially, you are gonna get rich off just one play. That's most people get rich off like one or two high conviction plays, yes. But with your spare change, still basket it out and spread it out. You know, if you've got $200 a week going into Bitcoin, do that because eventually it won't be $200 a week; it'll be 2,000. But become familiar with spreading your bets and judging your investments based on a basket of currencies rather than one thing. And I'll give you an example, right? This is Dave. Dave makes $1,000 a month. Dave invests $1,000, his whole $1,000, into one plane from Telegram because the Crypto King said so. Now, his favorite quote is, I missed the last few, but I'm going to make it all in this one. His bank account is zero and his meme coin holdings is $1,000. Bitcoin magically dips 10% because Elon Musk said something on the TV. Meme coins crash by 50%. Dave's portfolio goes from $1,000 to 500 and he sells it at a loss, goes inside a Telegram and says crypto is a scam, everyone's a liar. Has this ever been you? Right? Here's an example B. Chad. This is Chad Dave, right? Dave with a capital D. He's paid exactly the same amount, just $1,000 a month. He instead invests $1,000 across 4 different memes and saves the last 200, right? For any dips, because he knows it's more about time in the market rather than money in the market. And the more chances he has of hitting that 10x, right, the more opportunity he's going to have. And here's a tip, right? If he hits one 10x, it's going to double his whole entire portfolio. So here's an example, right? You've got $200 across 4 memes, A, B, C, and D. That's a total of 800, 200 in the bank. His first one, straight up rug. Went to D-Dust, but the dev G at the bag. He's now got $600. Second one, rugged again. CTO failed. The third one, right? Boom, goes to 100K market cap. He's now got 2 grand. The difference. Little Dave is trying to hit a home run in one shot and then gets emotional after he makes a loss. Whereas the other Dave is basing his investments on a basket of currencies and a basket of bets. He's basically educated gambling. Now, we've all been the other Dave, right? I've been in plenty of situations, wreck situations, where I've actively invested, even promoted and been a part of many bad projects, right? But if I just quit and let the L's take over with no Aikido, I became, toxic. I'd miss out on opportunities. And because I'm basking in the loss, basically, I wouldn't even be mentally aligned with opportunity because I'm so worried that, oh, everything's against me, it's a failure, you know? This opportunity will just breeze straight by me. And this is why I always say, have a job, keep your job, and maintain cash flow because even if you go to zero and you get £100 come in, that £100 could be 10 grand, right? And this is the same thing. I've always had jobs around the time, whether that is working at school, college, university. Now obviously we have cash flow businesses, but I still rely on cash flow right now. And here are some tips. I call this the 9 to infinity. Don't care what other people think. Whatever you're doing right now is temporary. Right? You can also use reselling websites or get rid of old things if you need to. You can call it liquidate assets. What the billionaires do, they liquidate their assets. If you've got shoes right now that are $1,000 and your wardrobe is more than what's in your bank account, just get rid of it. You don't need it. Oh, well, I care what people say. And when I go on a night out, people don't know. No one cares about your clothes, bro. It's a novelty. Get rid of them, right? And invest into yourself. The more value you become in the workplace or in the business world, the more money you're going to have to invest. Instead of trying to hit a 10x, oh, let's swing it back. Let me show you this guy. Here we are. Instead of trying to hit this 10x, right? Why not just make 10 times more money? Mind blown. Well, how do I make 10 times more money? Invest into yourself and become more valuable, right? If you are a salesman, take sales lessons, right? You don't have to get a degree. Degree is useless, fine. We know that. If you're a truck driver, get a better truck license. You're going to get paid more money, right? Look in your avenue and increase your skill sets, right? And here's the big opportunity, right? Right now, we're at post-halving. This is where parabolic phase happens. This is what quote unquote people call the bull market that they're waiting for. That's the time when you should be shitting your pants because it's the last moment for you to make a lot of money. That's when everybody's coming in because they're like, right, we're just getting started. BTC is going to $500,000. It's going to go to 1 million. Everybody's telling you that it's going to keep going up. No, that's when it's about to get long, right? Bitcoin's probably got 2x left in it before it's game over. So the time is now. This is the opportunity. Telegram right now, the monthly active users on Telegram is going parabolic. Hundreds of millions of people downloading this app, getting active on it. The CEOs flying around the world to different countries. You've got people in Africa going wild right now. You've got people like Serbia, you've got Russia. Obviously, everybody in Dubai is on this thing. Everybody in the world is coming onto this active, right? Millions of users pouring onto this thing, right? Look at the chain. It's basically non-existent when you compare an Ethereum to it. And this brings me to another opportunity for you guys, you budding entrepreneurs. You now know about investing, you know you can create meme coins, but what else? You can use what is called the Telegram App Store, right? And I'll show you guys this. And this is what inspired me actually, is the gas pump CEO. The gas pump CEO, his business partner, has already made these apps, AI editor, avatar Lify or whatever. but you had over 13 million users. I've never heard of it, but you got over 13 million users on the thing. Sold it. Sold both the companies, one with 30 million users, one with 1 million users. And this one here, this chat GPT thing, is just chat GPT on Telegram. So I said, hmm, let me have a look. Right. And I had a look. And if you go to this app up here, T apps underscore bot, click app centers, you can see apps, all types of different apps. It's like the Apple App Store. You've got games, you've got utilities, you've got Web3, you got productivity apps. This one's massive, Tribute. So if you see Tribute, what Tribute allows you to do is create like subscription groups. So you might have an alpha group. You might be like, look, DJ Masterclass Telegram group. Or you might be like, look, crypto alpha group, market cycles news, data and data analytics, anything. But you can charge money for it. And remember, guys, 70 quid a week, which is like a phone bill, 7.21. It's like a phone bill on finance or something like that. 70 quid a week, 35 people, that's 2 grand a month. Right? That's just Tribute alone. Or maybe you build the apps because these apps are all brand new, right? There's this bot helps you manage your group, right? What does this bot do? Let's have a look at some other ones. Dogs, dog community, right? This is like a community for OGs on Telegram, but it's trending, right? What is this one? This one's a CRM, right? Randomest things. I think one of them was even like to track your shopping expenses. I think one of them was like, oh, you go shopping, not food shopping, but like let me find it. Yeah, this bot manages your expenses, right? It's trending as well, right? These are the types of bots which these guys are already making. These Russian guys here and selling them for a lot of money. So, what strategy can you use? I call this the one-up strategy, and I've been doing this for years. It's the one which I'm still using right now in this meme coin. You guys don't know it. This thing what I'm doing now, I've already done it for years. You find a product that already works and you add your source to it. My source is obviously marketing because I've got a big audience right now. So I'm finding a product which already works, meme coins, utility meme coins, ton, adding my source to it, marketing and making it better. Your source might not be marketing. Your source might be your own experience, right? But I'm telling you right now, you can find things that your source might not be nothing, but you might just know to copy an app off another thing and put it on ton because it's not on ton yet. Source. It can be all the variables the same, one thing better, right? Now, Apple used this strategy. Apple didn't invest in the personal computer, right? In the PC or the smartphone. They didn't invent it. But they focused on one thing, which is user experience and design and interfaces and making it sleek and making it seamless, right? And joining the phones together, right? You can have your phone and your laptop and you can send your thing from your laptop, you can send it to your phone. And there was already competitors out there, remember? There was Microsoft, Nokia. There was already things out there. It's no difference, right? You might go onto the App Store and you might see an app that you know how to use. You might be like, okay, free real-time Bitcoin data, top and bottom. You might go on this and be like, looks a bit whack. I can make one same, but I can make it better. Right? You might be like, okay, Tara, how do I make it up? I'll show you, right? All you do is you go on the App Store, you look for an app that you like, right? Or maybe you go on the normal App Store, you then go to Fiverr, okay? So you go on here, you go to Fiverr, type in Telegram bot. You message these guys with a screenshot of the bot that you want to copy, all of these guys, and you get one for $1,000, or maybe even less than that, maybe $10, maybe $29, right? These guys all code Python. That's all it is. It's just Chat GPT and Python, right? It's literally, right? There we go, right? But putting this together is long. So you pay someone on Fiverr to do it, right? But that's all they're going to do. They're going to go on to what's called bot, I think it's called Bot Father. They're going to connect this thing and it takes a little bit of work and bish bash boss, right? And next thing you know, you're on the App Store, you're getting users, and then you sell it, right? And yes, you're going to have to interview a lot of people, and yes, you're going to have to test the product, but that's part of having a business, right? And you can sell it for a lot of money. It's what the gas pump guy did. What do you think the gas pump guy did? Okay, there's pump fun. There's no pump fun on Telegram. So let me go on Fiverr. Let me ask a lot of these people that have already made bots before and sold them for money. And let's get that on Telegram. Probably paid like 5, 10 grand for it, guys. And now he's got the biggest launch pad on Telegram, right? You can do it too. Okay. Now, I already went through this. I went through this earlier, the gas pump strategy. But never forget this, guys, right? This is the key thing. Never forget this. EBSI, right? As we conclude this, EBSI, write this down. Wherever you are right now, remember this. If you're an employee, you can be an investor, or you can step over to a business owner. If you're self-employed, again, you can be a business owner, you can step over to investor. But remember where you are, right? You might be self-employed right now. You might have like work on the side, whatever. You can go ahead and scale that business. Boom. You can invest and scale it into a business. Now, what is a business owner? What's the difference between being self-employed and being a business owner? Well, a business owner can leave his business for 5 years and come back and have made more money because business is working for itself. If you can't do that, then you're not a business owner, right? You're still self-employed. What's an employee? An employee is somebody on a salary, right? What's an investor? An investor is somebody who makes investments, right? Remember that DD Tahuti guy? He don't need to do anything. He's got hundreds of Bitcoin. Don't need to do nothing. He needs to wait 4 years and his money's increasing. He's an investor. If you can't do that, you're not an investor yet. You might be investing, but you're not an investor. So you might be an employee that is investing, but you're still an employee that's investing. You are not an investor. And that's what's important is identifying your current position so you can transition. You can't transition if you live in a lie, right? As soon as you do that, mind blown, you fly through life. But the sad truth is that a lot of people are lying to themselves, right? But the moment that you identify it, then you can set specific, measurable, achieving goals. You can say, I'm an employee, I am making investments to eventually move into an investor. I am an employee and I want to start my own business. So I'm working my way to being a business owner, right? I'm a self-employed person. I'm investing into my business, right? To eventually remove myself and become a true business owner. I'm a business owner and I'm making investments. I'm an investor. I could just sit and let my money work for me. So in summary, guys, you now know how to run a meme coin like a company, how to build a court-like mindset, right? Time's more important than sitting and waiting on the charts. Like you can't let a chart rule your emotions, right? You know how to spread your bets like an investor, right? And to stay in the market. And you know, most importantly, to start building on Tarn Chain today. And the daily questions that you should be asking yourself is, am I actively investing on gas pump daily? Or have I been, doing other things, which is fine, right? Maybe obviously all in on TCAT, TSE, great. But still have money on the side to invest actively on gas pump. It's an opportunity, right? There's money to be made there. Can't deny it, right? Am I building something on Ton? Ask yourself, am I building something on Ton today? Am I building an app Am I building something which can solve a problem? Because again, there's money to be made today. Do I know how many users are on Ton today? Have I checked the data? And am I actively in a high conviction play on Ton, which you guys in the Q&A already are, right? So let's go ahead with some Q&A, guys. I'm going to open up the Q&A and we can get this rolling today. If you've got a question, you can do it. If you want to raise your hand, I'll also invite a few people to the stage and I'll allow people to speak. Nick Trades, raised hand, allowed to talk. Go ahead.
Yo, what's up, Tyrell? Appreciate the master class. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, cool. Hey, quick question. I know you said you just like if you laugh, if you see a meme and it makes you laugh, you throw a little money at it. Do you look at like the holder allocations at all and take that into account?
Yeah, if the dev's got more than that's a very good question. If the dev's got more than like 10 ton invested initially, I won't invest it. So yeah, hold account is important. Like you can see it. Let me can you still see my screen? Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm still muted or not. See it
No, I
though.
can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
So if you click it and then go to about, you can see here he holds 0.3%.
Yeah.
Normally I'll check and I'll just check like if he's actively buying and dumping his own token, then he's a certified G. So I won't buy it. But you can see here, his is just buy, sells, buy, sells. It's not deploy. So if it was deploy and then sell, I wouldn't invest. But his is just buy, sell. So he's all right. Um, but if there's one, I think one, I've seen one where the guy like brought like 500. Let's see. Yeah, again, these guys are fine. Dev here is 0.6. So I'll click the dev, you can see deploy. But he hasn't like actively been deploying and then selling his own coin. So he's all right, he's legit. So yeah, that's a good question.
Cool. Appreciate it, man.
No worries. Also, you guys can see like if the dev's created like legit coins from before. So if he's a good dev, like you can even see like you can even see mine on here as well. Like my tokens. For example, you see my profile about here. You can see like my like created token, all the tokens I brought. So you can see like I'm practicing what I preach here, guys. I'm just buy everything anyway. Because eventually, if one does a 100x, which 100x from a million, sorry, from 1,000 is only 100,000, right? So it's not even like a big coin. You've made, if you put 3 ton in, you've made 300 ton. And after that, you're off to the races. You could basically lose 100 times. Which again, going on 100-time loss streak is a bit thingy, but that's why you don't risk what you can't afford with your cash flow, right? You have other players. This isn't the only way of making money, but it's just like it should be a daily task to do. Next question. Raise your hand. Does that answer your question, though, Nick? Right?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, bro.
Perfect. Guys, if you have a question, raise your hand or ask in the chat. If you have a question about building an app, stuff like that. Yep, go ahead.
Hey, thank you, brother, for this. This masterclass is incredible. I was curious about building the app. I was wondering if you can go over it a little bit more if possible.
Yes, yes, yes. What specifically?
Yeah, like you okay, so you have Pfeiffer, you build an app, and then you build the awareness of whatever you think that the awareness should be. I was just kind of curious on the steps of going through Telegram and because I missed those little steps of going through Telegram and just knowing where to go as far as like where you found the other locations. I think it was under games or something like that.
Yes, yes, yes. So you go to like App Store. So with the one up strategy, it's based off a lot of times it's based off like your self-interest, right? So what you're interested in. So for me, obviously, is finance and crypto. For other people, it might be like, gaming or utility or like you know, like I said, like DJing or stuff. So you go onto the App Store, it's taps, so T apps _ bot. Right, you go into the App Center. And then from here, you can see like, first of all, what's trending. So you can be like, okay, these are what people are actively downloading. You know, clearly you can see gas pump, Pepe miner bot. You've got not coin, stuff like that. You can also see like utility, which is like, you know, utility clues in the name. So you got like, this one is your assistant to help you with your daily use of Telegram. So this one is like a feed, tips. This is quite cool. Like it aggregates everything. So let's say I wanted to look at this and I was like, okay, this is quite cool. I'll then be like, you know, help you find interest in chats. So AI, look at topics, start it, open app. Because all this is like a website. So this is a website inside the thing. So you see topics of interest, blah, blah, blah. Right, so you mess around with this, right? And then I'll be like, okay, I like this. Oh, oh. I think it's this one, right? Then I'd go over to Fiverr and I'd be like, okay, right, this guy. And I'd send him a message, contact, get a quote, or actually ask a question. It's gonna make me log in. So I can't log in right now because it's gonna show my Google stuff, but I'd message him and I'd be like, okay, can you build this? And I'd send him it. And you're gonna have to message a lot of people. So I'll literally go through in one sitting and I'd message all of these guys. I'd message every single person. Can you build this? Can you build this? Can you build this? Right? And then what you can even do is say, like, you know, it's I'm building even this bot, right? Building this bot. I'm asking people on Fiverr, please give me some interview questions so I can hire the right person and not waste my time. Keep them short, right? Boom. Right, and then I'll send these guys the questions. Boom, boom. I don't care if they're like, oh, it's from ChatGPT. I feel like that's just because ChatGPT is new. It's no different to Google, right? But this gets the job done because it's kind of okay. You know, do you have experience with Telegram bots? Do you understand how to link API integrations? Obviously, remember that this is for Bitcoin prices. Do you understand Python? Can you handle errors? Right? Do you know how to log and debug? And I can tell you because we're building our bot that these are sufficient questions to ask. So that's what I would do, right? Again, just to run it back, find an app that you like, you know, boom. If you can see, if you look at it and you're like, okay, I can do this better, or I would add this, I would add that, right? Then go on to Fiverr, boom. Message loads of people with the same thing with ChatGPT questions to just make sure it gives the right thing. You can put it in your own words if you want to. Boom. Once it's out, yeah, then you're gonna have to market it. But remember, it's on the App Store, right? So the App Store, the app's gonna market itself because it's on the App Store, right? And there's not much competition right now. And then obviously you can apply for things like Open League and stuff like that, which you can find on the website. But the App Store is obviously it will market itself because there's not much competition right now. Like there's not a lot of things. Like if there's any whiteboard right now, there's only one whiteboard app. Even I was on here the other day. I was just exploring like what things to download. So that means like if I'm doing it, there's loads of people doing it. Like Notion bot, like this is cool. From Telegram to Notion, it's like boom.
I know it's a dumb question, but how are you using the bots? Like once you download the bot, I mean, it just shows up on your Telegram as a message, then you use it, or
Yeah. It
okay,
shows up as just as another thing, just
got
another.
it.
So look, it just shows up,
No,
just a thing like hotline bot. It's just there. And then obviously for some bots, you add it as an admin in your Telegram. It depends on the bot.
got it. Okay, my question is answered. Thank you. That's amazing.
No
Tyrell,
worries,
you're a
man.
king, bro.
No, I love, bro. I genuinely think, I think this is a new Shopify. Like this is it. Like Shopify is literally the same thing. I go online, I look for a website, I look at the Google Trends, I find a website that's working, I copy it, I do better Facebook ads. That's Shopify in a nutshell. This is literally the same thing. It's like what SaaS was, people were doing those SaaS companies, same thing.
So it's copying the same company and making the same company over, or using the idea of that company and changing a few things to make it better.
Yeah, well, you exactly. It's called the one up, right? You copy something, you make it better.
Got
Right?
it.
Because competition in an industry is what makes everybody do better. Because if you're the only app, you're gonna stay shit. People are using it, you're gonna
Right.
stay shit. But when a competition is introduced to the marketplace, it makes the whole marketplace better. You have to
Uber and
improve.
left. Uber and
Yeah,
left.
exactly.
Got it. Got it. That makes a lot of sense to me right now. Appreciate that.
No worries, brother. No worries. We've got somebody next, robot.
Hi there, Terrell. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, first of all, for organizing this. Really appreciate it. Learning a lot. I have a bit of a newbie question here. Looking through the different platforms that you were showing, DeFi Llama, Stats, I got those and I understood them, and we'll probably study them in the next few days. The one that I had a bit of a gap on in knowledge or understanding is June. What exactly do you use June for?
That's a good
Thank you.
question. So June is a data analytics one. So people make their own Junes, right? But they can be on anything. And so they call them dashboards, right? So you click explore dashboards and you see there's loads of different ones. There's base NFTs, there's polka dot governance, there's layer zeros. So like one I used was, let me see if it's still here, pump fun. Yeah, pump fun analytics.
Yeah, and I saw that you were comparing Pump Fund to Moonshot, for example.
Exactly. So like,
Okay.
yeah, these ones that people just make the data. You can see it like, okay, new SPL tokens, that's just new tokens. You can see these are new pump fund Solana tokens. So you can see most tokens made on Solana are from pump fund. You see majority from pump fund, more than
Okay.
half.
So
Like,
when,
so this is
sorry.
go ahead, sir.
I was saying, what's coming to mind now is that while, for example, DeFi Llama has set metrics for different things, mainly just the chains and whatnot, June is more just whatever metrics you want to analyze and compare and
Yes,
contrast.
exactly. So if
Okay.
somebody shows you
Hmm.
something like if you see on YouTube, but even ton, you could be like, okay, ton. And you'd be like, okay, what people are saying for ton? You've got Uniswap bridges. You see what ton compares to ton coin on Uniswap DEX on SEX. You see ton perpetuals, ton daily transaction volume, not coin pre-market NFT voucher. I don't even know what that is. It's just giving me new
Sky's
things.
the limit. Sky's the limit.
Exactly. And like a lot of times, this is the thing about data, like data brings opportunity. So like
Mm.
if you could choose between, I don't know, scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through this, I find more fun
Yes.
scrolling through these things. Do you know what I mean? Like top 10 USDT holders by Ton blockchain. You find whatever. I don't even know what this is. But you just find stuff on June. And that's why I like June. Because yeah, like you said, it's just possibilities are endless. And it's where you
Absolutely.
normally see a lot of Twitter stuff. Like when you see those big Twitter threads and it's like a lot of interesting data and interesting points, it's from they come from June originally.
Very, very interesting. Thank you for that. Cheers.
No worries, no worries. Question. I think somebody in the chat asked about adding more. Let me see if I find it. Yeah, it says, how are you planning to provide innovative utility for TCAT outside of the bot reward and incentive long-term holders? The main thing is the bot, man. Like the main thing is the bot. You know, let's keep it simple. If we make the bot the biggest on Telegram, Tomcat's going to 1 billion. I don't need to add like 1,000 different utilities. Obviously, I'll do masterminds, I'll do like things for the community, good things. But the main thing is the bot. If this bot, first of all, flips, I was running a let me see if it's still on my chat GPT. I was running some algorithms for the bot, the burn mechanism. As you can see, and I was saying, like, look, man, I was saying this is why I was running maths models for the bot basically. But I was saying, look, so daily revenue for the bot is 3K, and the monthly revenue is about 100 grand. That means we're burning about 7 million tokens a month from the supply. 7 million tokens is basically a whale. So one whale per month will be removed from the supply at 3.5K. If we up that to, let's say, 7K a day, which is the biggest on ton right now. So if this bot makes 7 grand a day, which again, the biggest bot on Telegram at the moment, Krypton Buybot makes 7 grand a day, we'll remove 14 million tokens from the supply per month. That's one whale from the supply per month, which means we're pumping by probably about 2-3 million market cap. Everything's staying the same where it is now, right? Supply going down, basically. So that's all we have to do. All we have to do is just grow the bot. Any tutorial on how to send our TCAT and TSC into a ledger? Yes, I will get Ryan to make one of those because he's done that. I can't move my tokens because what way is the bot promote on our end? Just add it to the App Store. People will download it. If you add it to the App Store, people will download it because again, there's not enough apps to need to market. Also, you can use Telegram ads as well. So if you go on here, you go to on my monetization, you can see I make money from ad revenue. You can run ads for your channel as well. So you run a channel like this, it'll be a news channel or something like a public channel for whatever your niche is. And then you run ads for that channel. People will join that channel because they're interested in what you're talking about. And then in there you share the bot as well. So it's basically it's like a funnel. So let me see. That's a very, very good question. So somebody basically asked, how do I promote the bot if I was going to build a bot? So for example, I call this a funnel, right? Oh, you can't just, that's a shame. Okay, annotate. Okay, I can annotate. Yes, this is perfect. Right, 1 second. So you want to grow your bot, right? So you're like, okay, I'm interested. I want to make a bot, but how do I grow it? You have a funnel. So this is my funnel, right? You have a Telegram channel, news channel, Telegram channel, right? Basically like this channel, right? From your channel, you then advertise that channel. So you spend ton on other channels at the bottom of their channel, promote your channel, grows your channel, right? Now, that channel produces content related to whatever your bot is about, and in that channel speaks about your bot. Simple. You also have the App Store as well, right? Remember, you have the App Store. So naturally, as your app gains users, it's going to appear high in the App Store, and organically, it's also going to gain more users on the app too. So you have multiple ways of growing those things. Multiple ways. So yeah, great question. I'll take one more question. You can write in the chat, or you can say tunnel wallet as well. Okay, this will be the last question. Will a record be sent to your email? Yes. Yes. You will receive a recording to your email as well. So that's it for today, guys. As you can see, Leave a 1 in the chat if you've gained value from this. And yes, gas pump notifies you when you go to thingy. Okay, perfect, guys. Now I'm gonna go head over to the Tomcat channel. I'll be live in the Tomcat Telegram. Momentum will continue. And yeah, I'll see you guys inside the community. Thank you for your time, guys, and take care.